Mr. Arthur, I'm going to direct my questions to you. I am obviously concerned about the folks that are using the asylum process as an excuse, but I wanted to get your thoughts on those that are actually coming to this country with legitimate asylum claims and the backlog that they have to go through to be heard in this process. And so it just seems to me that when we have a lax system where we're allowing people to be released on their own recognizance, basically, and come back on their own word, we have this tremendous backlog. And the problem is that when someone has a legitimate asylum claim, they're in limbo until that claim is decided in their favor. And then they're given legal status and they can actually try to make a life for themselves in this country. So your thoughts on the effects of just an basically open door policy for folks to use asylum as an excuse to get in.
Yeah, thank you for that, Mr. Buck, because this is one of those subjects that doesn't get discussed enough. Between FY 2008 and FY 2019 fourth quarter, about 83% of all migrants apprehended at the border who claimed a credible fear, if returned, were found to have a credible fear. But at the end of the day, only about 14% of that 83%, 17% of that 83% actually received asylum. The focus in the system really needs to be on that, 17% of individuals who are found to have credible fear, so that we can adjudicate their asylum quickly. It's important to our system of justice for a variety of reasons, and it goes to who we are as a people as well. If you're granted asylum, you can start to put your life in order. You can start to put down roots in the United States. More importantly, or as importantly, you can also petition for your family members who are abroad. It's not a big surprise. It's actually quite logical, unfortunately, that individuals who are political dissidents, for example, their family members will also be threatened. So the more quickly that we can grant them asylum, the more quickly we can get those family members out of harm's way. So absolutely, getting rid of the bad cases, getting to the good cases, absolutely crucial.
Well, one of the things I want to compliment you and your organization for is I think it's really important that when we have legitimate asylum cases, that we welcome people to this country, that we are a compassionate country, and we should demonstrate that across the world. One of the ways we distinguish ourselves from our adversaries like China, like Russia, Iran, and other countries is we are a good people. We are a government and a people that want to make sure that we show our humanity and our values. And so the asylum system is important, and it's important that we get it right and it doesn't get clogged up with people who are coming here for economic reasons. They want to jump the line. They don't want to wait their turn for various types of visas, and they actually hurt the process for those that are seeking asylum. And the Center for Integration Studies, I think, has a right in a lot of ways when it talks about the fact that we don't want to have as broad immigration as we have right now, but we want to make sure that we are more welcoming to those who are coming to this country for legitimate reasons and are really should be welcomed by the people of the United States. I appreciate your stand on that. Has there been anything else that you want to comment on, other questions that were asked that you didn't have a chance to respond to?
Thank you for that, Mr. Buck. As I listened to my colleagues, my former colleague, Judge Sankoff, and Ms. Stevens and Ms. Grisey, one of the things that I really heard was that a lot of the issues that we're talking about are administrative issues. We need to make sure that cases are done quickly. We need to make sure that the electronic filing system is good. And that actually goes to the question that you asked, because one of the issues with asylum is asylum fraud. John Morton, who had previously been the director of ICE, actually did a massive case involving something called Operation Jakarta, in which individuals from Indonesia falsely claimed asylum. I think it was more than 1,000 individuals that were involved. We want to get the bad cases out of the system. We want to cut down on them. Electronic filing will enable that because it'll enable us to match up. It'll enable USCIS, EOR to match up very similar claims in which people are basically just submitting the same claim over and over again, hoping to get asylum.
My time has expired. I appreciate your answer, and I want to yield back.